The routine school day for a 13-year-old girl has now spiraled into a major controversy, stirring political, legal and social fault lines. On the morning of 10th of October, a Class 8 student of St. Rita's Public School in Paluruthi in Kochi walked through the school gate wearing a hijab over her uniform. The school, which is run by a Catholic congregation and follows a strict uniform policy, stopped her at the entrance. Teachers explained that the headscarf or hijab could not be permitted as part of the school uniform. The student claims she was forced to take off her hijab, and this caused her trauma and mental stress. All right, joining me now is Kerala BJP Chief Rajeev Chandrasekhar. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, sir, good afternoon, namaskar. I'd like to first understand your thoughts on this entire controversy around hijab. What is your stance on it?
No, look, I think this is what we are seeing is a replay of what happened in Karnataka, as you recall. There is certainly now an emboldenment of certain people in our state in Kerala because of the political support that Jamaat-e-Islami and SDPI are rendering to the Congress and the CPM. That there is this rise of these forces that believe that none of the existing rules apply to them. It doesn't matter. Whatever they want, they can press for, and because of the political support and, in a sense, the political dependency of these two parties of the Congress and the CPM, they can get away with it. Look, our position on this is very clear. It has been clear and consistent that schools have rules, and regardless of what the community or caste or religion is, the student goes there to study, get a good education, and create a better future for himself or herself. And certainly schools are not places where these type of obscurantist religious agendas are put forth and fights are created, conflicts are created. So our position on this is extremely clear. And we have also made it very clear that, frankly, both the Congress and the CPM are not in a position to defend the communities from this type of rampaging, galloping, Islamicization of education. The only party today, political formation, that stands, completely true to the principles of our constitution is the BJP, and we have very, very clearly opposed this type of a move.
Okay. But Mr. Chandrasekhar, the Kerala government has now said that schools cannot dictate dress code to the students.
No, look, I'll tell you what will happen today, and what is going to happen is both the Congress party and the CPM are going to, in a very tortured manner, try to wriggle out of this somehow and try and create some sort of a face-saving move for themselves. But the reality is this. Both these parties, the Congress party and the left, are now openly have sought support, are getting support, and their political mandate, in a sense, in the recent by-election in Nilambur, we saw this. The Congress is totally openly in alliance with a party called the Jamaat-e-Islami that is openly against the Indian Constitution, is openly against secularism, and is avowed to bring Islamic Sharia law to India and Kerala. So these are the forces that are today embedded in the Congress and the left alliances. In a lot of ways, they are remote controlling these two political parties, and their agenda is very clear. There is nothing to be surprised about or shocked about what is happening. This is a consequence of many years of this type of appeasement politics that is now mainstreaming or allowing these parties like Jamaat and SDPI to become mainstream. And they are now pushing their agenda. And unfortunately, neither the CPM nor the Congress is in a position because of their political dependencies to push back. So the only people today in Kerala that are pushing back against this is the BJP.
You know, Mr. Chandrasekhar, now, of course, the Kerala High Court has intervened. They've ordered protection to the school due to alleged threats and mob mobilization. And therefore, in this concerning situation, how do you think Kerala can deal with this kind of an incident where educational institutions are now needing protection from mobs?
Look, I think the coming local body elections in 2025 and then the 2026 assembly elections are going to be the most important and critical in the history of Kerala in terms of which direction Kerala should go. I think the people of Kerala will look at these elections as a time to decide if they want this type of politics, these type of forces like the Jamaat and the SDPI to control and shape the future of our state, shape the narrative of our state, shape what is right and wrong to be decided by these two types of forces? Or is it that we want the Kerala that is known as God's own country, where every community, Christian, Hindu, Muslims, are able to live respecting each other's faith, but not having each other's faith being thrust down the faces and throats of others? So these elections, I think, are going to be very, very decisive. And I have absolutely no doubt. Look, even amongst the Muslim community, there's a lot of unease about this type of radical forces. Look, please don't forget, this is the same CPM government that after October 7th, 2 years ago, invited the Hamas to speak to and radicalize hundreds and thousands of Muslim youth in Calicut, in Kozhikode. So the message and the reality is very visible and obvious to everybody that both the CPM and the Congress party are hopelessly compromised vis-a-vis appeasement and vis-a-vis these two types of very, very dangerous elements of Jamaat and SDPI. Now, if we allow SDPI and Jamaat-e-Islami to determine the future of Kerala, then of course this is just the tip of the iceberg. There will be many more of these type of conflicts to come. And this is what I believe, this is why I believe the coming elections are going to be very, very decisive in deciding which direction Kerala goes.
Okay. My last question to you, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, what is then BJP's stance on, this entire tussle that always breaks out between school and university dress norms versus personal choices? Because this is clearly not the first time that one has seen such an incident.
No, look, it is not something that is new. Schools have dress codes, schools have uniforms. Many institutions have uniforms and dress codes. And these are prescribed decided by these bodies, these schools. And the government's role in this is to ensure that these are not in any way discriminating. These are not in any way, imposing something that is not acceptable to one community or the other. So there is a clear precedent, years of precedence, decades of precedence, where these schools have all continued to flourish, grow, students came, studied, went. What has changed now suddenly? What has happened suddenly in 2025, where some whack job decides that we want to go to the same school that hundreds and thousands of students have studied, graduated and moved on, and we want to now send some sort of a symbolic crusade that you want to create. So nothing has changed. The schools are the same, the school codes are the same, the education that is being given in these schools are the same, but suddenly one particular faction of a community, emboldened by what they believe is the political control that they have over the two main political parties in Kerala, are now pushing the envelope and creating for themselves a space that is not due to them. And I think that is wrong, and I think that is something that we will certainly very clearly oppose, because it is against the constitution, it is against the rights of every community, the Christian, Hindu, moderate Muslims, everybody. So I think there is absolutely no doubt this is a power grab. This is a grab by the Jamaat and the SDPI, and the BJP is the only party that can oppose it and will oppose it.
All right, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar, thank you very much for speaking with us on Times Now and sharing your thoughts, as well as the stance that the Bharatiya Janata Party has taken on this entire hijab controversy that has erupted in Kerala. Viewers, with that, it's time for a short break, but news and updates will continue on the other side.